Most backpackers don't regret buying a tent. They don't regret buying a sleeping bag. But most of them do regret their cook kits. And they don't realize it until they're cold, tired, and hungry. The problem isn't that most ultralight cook kits are bad. It's that most people choose them for the wrong reasons. So today I want to talk about why most ultralight cook kits fail beginners and how to avoid that mistake yourself. When people first get into ultralight backpacking, they usually imagine something specific. Tiny pot, tiny stove, everything neatly nesting together, and minimal weight. And on paper, that looks perfect. But backpacking doesn't happen on paper. A cook kit that works in your kitchen, or even a day hike, could completely fall apart after a long, cold day out on the trail. The first mistake that beginners make is choosing a cook kit based off of weight alone. Imagine being out on the trail and having cold hands. There's nothing worse than having to deal with a cook kit that you don't fully understand on how to operate. Or having the wind really start to pick up and really not understanding enough about how to utilize it. And all you know is that you're sitting there and your water is taking forever to boil. And you don't know enough yet to realize that the wind's blowing the flame away from your pot. Or imagine being out after a long day of hiking out on the trail and you're tired. And maybe your patience isn't quite what it normally is. And you're having to try to figure out a stove that you've never really worked with a whole lot. And the frustrations that that can add to your trip. And what's supposed to be an enjoyable time hanging out in camp. Having the lightest weight cook kit, or even saving a few ounces, doesn't really matter if you're regretting your meals or skipping dinner altogether. Ultralight isn't about suffering. And it's not always about having the lightest gear out there. It's about knowing enough about your gear on how you can minimize some of what you have, but also in removing some of the frictions so that you can better enjoy yourself when you're out on the trail. Another reason cook kits fail is that people choose their gear before they fully understand their eating habits. Maybe you're the type of person who really enjoys having a hot meal at the end of the day. Or maybe you're the type of person who snacks every couple hours throughout the whole day and doesn't really ever sit down for a full meal. Maybe you're a coffee drinker or a tea drinker, or maybe you don't like either of those. Maybe you're that type of hiker that really enjoys having their evening routines at the end of the day after hiking all day. After setting up your gear, sitting down and just enjoying the routine of watching your water boil. Or maybe you're the person who needs some early motivation in the mornings. You could easily be the person who jumps right up, packs all your gear, and jumps straight on the trail and just wants to eat something cold while you're walking on the trail. Or you're that person that needs a little jump start. Maybe you need to sit and have some coffee for a little while. Or you want something warm to get you motivated to get out and get on the trail in the mornings. If your cook kit doesn't support how you recover at the end of the day, then it's the wrong system, no matter how light it is. A lot of beginner kits are actually designed for more experienced hikers. A lot of the pots are super narrow and challenging to deal with. Or having a really small, minimal stove that you really don't understand what it does whenever you go to put a pot full of water on top of that thing if it's on uneven ground. Or just having some specialized system that really requires you to understand a lot more, like some of your liquid gas stoves. These systems work great once you know what you're doing. But for beginners, they normally add complexity to a time where you really need something more simple. When you're out on the trail, confidence weighs less than titanium. A beginner kit should do 3 things really well. Be reliable, be forgiving, and make eating easy. You can always go lighter later, but you can't enjoy a trip that you're not eating on. In this video right here, I showed the exact cook kit that I actually use after decades of backpacking. But the important part isn't the gear itself. It's why the system works. If you're new to backpacking, start with a system that works for you, not the one that tests you or pisses you off. I'm curious, what part of your cook system do you regret the most? Or if you're new to backpacking, what are you the most unsure about? Drop it down in the comments below, because I would love to know. The most important thing for us to do when we're out on the trail is to enjoy ourselves. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys. And hopefully I see you guys out on the trail.